Most people think liberation is about becoming peaceful, silent, or detached, but these are not the real signs. Liberation is not an emotion, it is not a belief, and it is not a mood. Liberation is a structural transformation in your consciousness system. Your Atma, your true self, gives very specific indicators when it is nearing liberation. These signs are not emotional. They are mechanical changes deep inside the architecture of awareness. Let's decode the real ones. Your Atma is not moving towards liberation emotionally, it is moving functionally. Think of consciousness like a three-part operating system. Number 1, identity layer, who I think I am. Number 2, processing layer, how I react and interpret. Number 3, awareness layer, the witness behind everything. When the Atma nears liberation, these three layers begin to rebuild themselves from the inside. This is the true rebirth. It's happening while you're still alive. The first major indicator is surprising. Your mind stops narrating your life continuously. Usually, a voice in your head labels everything. I like this. I don't like that. Why is this happening? I should have said that. This narrator consumes 70 to 80% of human mental energy. But as the Atma nears liberation, this narrator weakens. Not because you control it, but because your consciousness no longer believes it is you. So the narrator becomes softer, rarer, shorter, and sometimes it stops completely. This is not silence. This is identity detachment. Number 2, every mind has what I call psychological gravity, the force that pulls you into drama, conflict, overthinking, emotional spirals, repeating patterns. When the Atma nears liberation, this gravity becomes very weak. You still experience life, but nothing pulls you into it deeply. Situations happen, but they don't stick. Thoughts appear, but they don't drag you. Emotions rise, but they don't control you. This is not indifference, it's gravitational freedom. Number 3, a fascinating phenomenon happens. Your ego starts dismantling itself, not through effort, meditation, or discipline, but by lack of fuel. The ego survives through storytelling, comparison, defensiveness, validation, memory loops. When consciousness stops identifying with these, the ego gets no energy supply. So it begins to shrink, soften, become transparent, lose aggression, lose fear, and lose ambition based on insecurity. This is ego's auto-destruct mode. But you don't destroy it, it collapses on its own. Number 4, everyone experiences the witness state occasionally, during meditation, during nature moments, during silence, during deep reflection. But when your Atma is near liberation, the witness state becomes default. You automatically observe your emotions, your thoughts, your actions, your reactions, and finally your choices. You watch everything without becoming anything. This is one of the clearest signs of nearing liberation. Observation becomes more natural than reaction. You shift from I am thinking to thought is happening. I am angry to anger is appearing. I am acting to action is happening. This is the return to the true seat of the Atma. Number 5. This is one of the rarest but most powerful signs. For most people, time feels like past memory, future planning, regret, anxiety, and anticipation. But as the Atma nears liberation, time becomes less psychological and more factual. Your mind does not constantly wander into past stories, future fears, imagined scenarios. The present moment becomes wide, almost like a large room where everything happens calmly. You do not live in the now through effort. You live in the now because the mind does not drag you out of it. This is the beginning of causal body transparency, where the past loses its control over your present. The final sign is the most important. Your karma continues but stops hurting. Life events still happen, but the emotional charge behind them is gone. This means the karmic impressions have dissolved. New impressions are not forming. The karmic cycle is flowing. And finally, suffering has no handle to grip your consciousness. Nothing in life holds psychological power over you anymore. This is when the Atma is very close to liberation, not because suffering is stopped, but because you stopped identifying with the sufferer. Liberation is not a mystical event. It is a system upgrade inside consciousness. When your Atma nears liberation, the inner narrator collapses, psychological gravity disappears, ego dismantles itself, witness state stabilizes, and time loses its emotional weight. But still, karma continues without creating suffering. These are not feelings, these are structural changes, and this is how you know your Atma is returning home to the state it never truly left.